Hello everyone, Andrew here from Dubai, 5-star hotel. As you know, the usual trader lifestyle, living the good life, trading, making money, all of that bullshit. But wanted to make this video as let's call it reward for myself, because I finally got back to $6.7 million in funding. So that's the highest in the industry. As always, I was probably holding the record before, but now I just passed it. I was supposed to have $7.3 million, but I got banned by a prop firm, losing 600K. So basically watch this video to find out which prop firm it is about. I'm not gonna go too much into detail. This is just gonna be basically a Q&A that I want to do because I posted a story on my Instagram saying that I just passed the last challenge, 600K funded peaks, that brought me to 6.7 million. I wanted to do a Q&A because since I started going heavily into the social media, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, I've been getting tons and tons of messages every single day, which unfortunately I do not have time to answer. So I decided to do a Q&A story, and I will be answering basically the most common ones. I got around 500 questions, so I will just probably answer 10, 15 of the most usual ones. So the most usual question that I get is what platforms I recommend now. As you guys know, I'm not affiliated with any company, so I do not care. I speak my mind freely. If they ban me, I'm gonna say. If they pay me out, I'm gonna say. But the highest prop firms and the prop firms that I use now to have the $6.7 million is the whole list is posted on my free Telegram channel. So if you want to join it, the link is in the description. Basically I'm gonna post some analysis there, but recently I posted the whole prop firm portfolio that I have. So just go look at that. Stop asking me every single day what prop firm I recommend. Just go watch the list and choose from that. These are all the prop firms that have paid me in the past. I've got multiple payouts and I had no issues. So just select one of those, go fund it, and you'll have no problems. So let's take a look from the questions. So a good question that I got was, what exactly do you do that the other traders don't? You are very experienced, so you know. So the thing that I do differently than other traders is I take on risks. So I'm not afraid to lose money. And I'm also very smart, let's call it businessman. So I know how to invest my money. So every payout that I got, I invested it towards challenges to increase my capital, keep the same percentage return every single month, and just make more money. So that's the difference that made me successful in the prop firm space, was just being smart about it, investing into challenges, getting more capital, and then just using my normal risk portfolio to make 1% a month, maybe 2%, and just keep stacking payouts. So it's just the long-term game. It's not a short-term game. Even with funded peaks, which was the last company that I got funded with, I've lost 3 challenges, and now I've got funded with the next 2 that I bought. So I bought basically 5 challenges in total, and I need to make less than 1% profit on the live accounts, on the funded accounts, to basically make my money back and some profits, which is very obtainable in maybe first payout, which is 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks, I get my investment back, I get profit, and then I have the funded accounts to stack payouts for maybe the entire year, stick on consistency, and obviously be very profitable. Another question that I get a lot of times is how I manage all the accounts. Even now, before checking into the hotel, I was sitting in the reception, there's a cafe there. There was a guy coming to me and he knew me from Instagram. He said hi, and that's a thing that he asked me. He's like, how do you manage all the accounts? So I use a trade copier. Now with all the platform changes, it's quite difficult because all the trade copiers only copy MetaTrader 4, 5, or C-Trader. So I use Traders Connect, and at the moment I have half of the capital on the trade copier, unfortunately. But hopefully they will develop, the trade copier for TXTrade and other platforms, and then just use it all around. So before I was using trade copier for half of my capital. Now I'll probably use it for 70% of the capital. Just have one good trade a month, and then the other accounts, play around, take some quick trades, and make some profits. So this is one of the most common questions that I get. How do I manage all the accounts? It's very, very easy. Next question that I get is what is my win rate and what is my usual risk reward? So my win rate is somewhere around 70 all the way down to 55%. So between 55% to 75%, let's say, and my usual risk reward is 1 to 2. So that's 2R with a 55 plus win rate, 55% on a bad month, and 70% on the good months, which has been my win rate for the past few months. So that's my just very simple basic. I don't have insane risk rewards, I don't have an insane win rate. I just focus on consistent gains, consistent profits, and let the capital do the heavy work. All right, so another common question is why do I still trade prop firms and why don't I trade personal capital? I see a lot of haters coming in, attacking me on social media, on Twitter, Instagram, and so on, asking me, why don't you trade your own money if you're so good? Why don't you trade your own money if you have such a good win rate? You make so much profits, you make 6 figures a month, why you don't trade your own money? And I find that question very dumb and very stupid, because why would I put my own personal money at risk? And again, the haters will say I'm just a gambler, I don't put my money on the line because I'm gonna lose it, I'm gonna gamble it, whatever. The real reason why I don't do it yet, and I don't use that as a main thing, just have 6 figures in a broker, is first of all, there's always a risk when you put your money somewhere. I've learned that along the way. It's very easy to put your money somewhere, but it's very hard to get it out. So yeah, I can use IC markets, which I've had 6 figures before inside. I can use that, but I just don't like my money stuck there, right? It's very hard to withdraw it. Sometimes it takes weeks. They can easily go down and then you're only covered to a certain amount. And at the end of the day, it's just about how much money you can make. Let's say you have 100K in the personal capital. If I make the same percentage return, if I make 2% a month, that's only $2,000, right? Obviously I can increase my risk, but then why would I risk 5% or 3% to make 10 times less the money, right? That's why I use the funded prop firms, because with 6 million, if I make 1%, that's 60K. It's not $1,000, right? So it's a big change. And besides that, I have no risk anymore because I've gotten my challenge fees back. I've gotten paid out. I'm very profitable. So why not use something that there's no downside to, except, getting banned or getting a payout denial, which probably in 1 year or 2 years, I'm gonna get banned on all the prop firms, or I don't know. But that's when I will probably switch to personal account. So far, there's no point in using it. And I've started trading a smaller personal account, just to build a track record for future investment purposes. So now let's address the elephant in the room. I've gotten probably 100 questions about what happened with TFT, the funded trader. I did want to make a separate video about this whole case, but I'm still trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, just because I've had a huge track record with them. So the thing what happened is recently there's been a lot of bans. A lot of people have been banned and denied their payouts for just the basic email. Everyone got the same email. I got that email too about, I think it was 2 weeks ago that I got that email where they informed me that due to my risk, not due to the risk, it was just, the basic prohibited strategy, whatever, we cannot have you trade, we're gonna breach your account, deny your payout, and that's it, right? So that email was received by multiple persons. I've personally gotten like 30 messages from people getting the same email. Also some bigger names in the industry that are still being quiet about it, which is fine, I understand it. So I got that email. I had a pending payout for around 7 days. It was not a big payout, it was like $9,000. I made more profits on the account, so the account was sitting at around 20K profits. And I just got that email banning me without reason. Now with TFT, the funded trader, if you guys know, I had 2 interviews with them. So I did 2 interviews, which made quite a lot of views, which obviously got them clients. And I've also been paid around, I think it was more than $150,000 without spending too much on challenges. So I've had the first funded account that I've gotten, 600K, was funded for, I think, 5 months. I got into the Kings program, all of that, scale up, whatever. Then I lost it and I got back funded, I think it was December. Yeah, December. And the 600K that I had now basically was funded for over 70 days or 80 days, something like that. So I've gotten paid out multiple times, I've traded, had a history, never any issues, and then they say my strategy is prohibited or what trading style, whatever. So I got banned, tried to get in contact with them. Obviously, support team doesn't help you, it's just the same generic response. I tried to message their CEO, Angelo, texted him on Discord, on Instagram, tried to use my connections to get a hold of him because obviously it's not the correct ban. And first of all, the way he handled things and the way he handles these type of cases is just very unprofessional. He told me 2 weeks ago that he's very busy and he can come back to me in at least 5 days. That was the only message that I got. And then since then, 2 weeks have passed, no more answer. And on Instagram, he did answer me 2 times and he said basically that I got banned due to KYC reasons, that I was blacklisted, and then I changed my email or I made a new email to bypass that, which is very bullshit because I think what that happened was when they got banned from Deal and they introduced Wise, you had to have the same email on TFT account, the same as the Wise account in order to be paid out. So I had to change my TFT account to the Wise email account, which resulted in the support team breaching KYC on my old email, so I can do it on the new one to basically have KYC completed there and to be able to be paid out to the same Wise email. So that was the thing that happened 3 or 4 months ago, I think. 3 months, I don't even remember. And maybe that was the reason for the KYC, which obviously would be very dumb. But then I messaged the risk team support with what Angelo, their CEO, told me, and they denied it. They said it's not due to KYC, it's due to my risk parameters and whatever, which I didn't even use that high of a risk, so there was no reason to get banned. They did say they're gonna pay me out $9,000, the last payout that I made. So it's been like 2 days since that. Obviously they haven't paid out yet, but that was the whole situation. It didn't happen just to me, it happened to, I think, hundreds of funded traders, which is very, I don't know, just very weird to see from a top company. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully they will come back to me and the others, repair their mistakes, but if they don't, then I'll have to address this more, see what can happen, what can be done. And yeah, that's basically the story. I lost 600k in funded accounts, which obviously is always a risk when you're trading prop firms. I wasn't expecting TFT to be that one because it was one of my, I literally recorded a video going over my top 10 prop firms and they were top 3, and then 2 days later I got banned, so didn't even post that video. But as I said, I did post my portfolio on the Telegram group, so go ahead and join that. So that's basically the whole TFT story. If I will find out more about it, I will probably post on my social networks. Now, another very common question which I got ever since I got into social media is if I have a signal rule. Now, I do believe signals are very hard to find. I mean, it's very hard to find good signals. It's also very hard to send good signals just because there's different ways of sending those signals. The way most people do it is, you know, they fake it, they send the entry after price already moved, or they have like 6 take profits. They're not very transparent with it, but in terms of stats, it looks very good, but nobody is really making money. Now, the programs that I launch, and you can go ahead on wap.com/nfx to check it out. It just have 2 packages. You have the course, you have the community, and on the extra package, you also have some trade ideas. Now, on those trade ideas, there is maybe 2 trades, 3 trades a month. So it's not a signal group, it's just some trades that I take on my main portfolio, on the trade copier that I do share there. For example, now we just entered a EU buy. So we're currently a bit into profits, just 0.5% risk, target 1 to 2. So not that, you know, nothing crazy, but something that I find as a good setup, as a safe setup. So if it works out, we make 2R. If it doesn't, we lose 1R, so it's nothing there. But the main focus for my groups is obviously to learn how to actually trade for yourself. So my main selling point is the good education that I provide you know, coming from a real funded trader, 6.7 million, backed up results, every platform knows me. It's not just someone that comes in and says, oh, I'm funded 10 million and I make so much money. No, I actually have the results and I'm willing to share that because I do enjoy teaching other people. So no, I don't have a Signal group. I do have some trade ideas that I post inside the specific group, and also daily analysis, because I found out that analysis is actually way better than just, you know, sending signals. Now, another question that I get regarding to the mentorship program, the groups that I have, is if you have direct contact with me. If you've probably messaged me on Instagram, you'll see that I don't respond because I have so many things to manage and it's very hard to do that. But if you join my Discord with wap.com/tradingnfx, you can message me anytime. We have the community where I will answer there. Basically, whenever I'm available, I'm on my phone. I can answer any type of questions, unless it's a very dumb one, which obviously, you know, if you join the group, just watch all the video contents, learn everything that you need to know, and then ask the questions. But yes, I do answer everything directly. So let's go to some more trading questions. Pairs that I trade, I only trade EURUSD, GBPUSD, and gold. Those are directly related to dollar. So my analysis is starting from dollar, going to EU, GU, gold, and then I choose from the three which one has the best risk reward, which one has the best setup, and I just trade that. I find out that, you know, less is more. You just need a few pairs to trade, maybe with just one pair, have your entire focus on that, and you can easily make money trading. What times do I trade? That's also included in the mentorship. The times that I trade are London Open and also New York Stock Exchange Open. So the kill zones that most of you guys know, I only focus on trading those specific time frames. The trade that I entered today on EU was taken just before Frankfurt Open because it was in my entry area, so it was a bigger stop loss. I don't really care when I enter, but usually I try to time my entries on New York. The New York entries are the best because that's when price will move, that's when volatility will kick in. Also time frames, the time frames that I use. Time frames, this is a very dumb question because you need to use all the time frames. You need to understand that your analysis starts from the weekly or even monthly, daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, 50 minute, 5 minute, 1 minute, or even below. There is no time frame to enter on. Once you have your whole analysis on point, you just have your zone, your area you want to enter on, and you just enter when price gets there. So I don't enter on the 5 minute, I don't enter on the 50 minute, I just enter when price is going towards my area. Now another question, a very important one. People ask me about all this HTF, I think it's called platforms, the ones that allow the bot, the high frequency trading robot, to pass the account, and then basically you just pay more, you use the bot, you get the account, and then, you know, you can make money. This is just another scam that's going on in the industry. I've seen so many people, you know, come up with those passing your funded account service where they charge a fee, they use the bot, they say it's not that bot, but it's usually the same exact EA that's maybe recoded a bit, so it's not looking similar. That's basically a high frequency trader, stacks a lot of positions, arbitraging the markets to pass the account, and then you get funded and then you make money. But the issue, and I've seen so many people, they always want the easy way. They want to pass that fee, get the funded account, and then they think they're gonna make money, which is obviously not correct. I've seen lots of people who didn't listen to my advice. They went for those platforms, they got funded with the bots, and then they made profits and the platform would just not pay them out. So like Cortana, Nova Funding, I don't know, there's a bunch of them. Guys, do not take the easy route, because the easy route never ever works in the long run. Yeah, maybe you'll get a payout, maybe you get 2 payouts, but then what? You still don't know how to trade. Now, regarding my trading style, the last question that I'm gonna answer that I get so many times is if I use smart money concepts, ICT, and what concepts do I use? Guys, stop being brainwashed by everything that you see online, by everything that you see on YouTube, Twitter, you know, Instagram, the concepts, the secret concepts, the overcomplicated charts with all the markings, you know, the 1 to 100 risk reward and stuff like that. Trading needs to be simple. Charts need to be very simple. If you watch any of my breakdowns on my channel, you've seen how easy they are. I just use my sessions, I just use timing, I just use liquidity, I just use a small Fibonacci retracement, and I just use areas. You can call them supply demand, you can call them support resistance, you can call them whatever. I do not care how you call them. I just care about making money. I just care about seeing and predicting what the market wants to do, both technically and fundamentally. So what concepts do I use? I use everything, right? I have no names for it. I have nothing about it. I use my knowledge and my mind to understand what happens in the market based on the previous data that I've seen, trading the market for 5-6 years, identifying the zones, waiting for the right opportunity, waiting for the right timing, waiting for the liquidity to be taken, having my targets, my hard time frame targets, my objectives in the markets, and trading towards that. And I've been very, very successful because I've not followed what everyone else is doing. I've not followed the smart money concept thingy. I've not followed the ICT, whatever, all this complicated bullshit. Trading needs to be very simple, and that's what makes me a profitable trader, because I keep it very clean, very simple, and I just trade to make money. So with that, I cannot go over more questions because this video is going to be way too long. But if you want me to do another Q&A like this, going over some questions, just leave a comment down below. Obviously subscribe, let's keep growing the channel, and like this video is going to push it more. And hopefully it has been valuable as always, and I see you guys in the next video.